Hello and welcome to the TCG CCG Basic Starter Kit tutorial on getting started. Well, as you see here, we have a new project with our asset ready to be imported. So let's just import it. Alright, now our asset is imported, and you see we have our folder here. It has our cards and some scripts, but let's go here first. Let's go to our scenes, and let's go here to our sample starting scene. Let's go ahead and open that up. And in this scene, you will see we have a scene prefab here. Whenever you make a scene, you want to make sure that prefab is in the scene. This right here, what you're seeing, is simply a intro panel. We could turn that intro panel off in the inspector, and this is what you get. That's your deck and your list of cards. We'll go over this and more on the canvas in a minute. First of all, we want to make some cards. So let's go in here and go under our card prefabs, and you'll see our base card. Now, this is the prefab that every card we make will be spawned onto. Let's go to our folder that says creature cards. As you see, we've already made 3 creature cards here. But let's go ahead and make some more so you know how to do it. Now, as tempting as it is to go ahead and hit play here, let's not hit play yet. Instead, let's go here and let's make some cards. Let's see, first card we'll make, we right click inside our folder here, come up to create, and you'll see at the top selection for create card. Come over to create card and select it, and you see we have a new card that pops up down here. Let's go ahead and give it a name. We'll call this card, let's say Zilla. Why not, right? Say Zilla. And now, if we look at the inspector here, we'll see a place for the card name. Again, we'll write Zilla. We see a card ID, which you could put whatever you want to in here. I'll just put, I don't know, 22. How's that? Say card type is a creature. And here we'll put a card description, a little bit about it. Let's say he does a rocking front kick, something like that. How's that? And now it's going to want a border. Alright, at the border, we select this circle over here, and you see our art pop up. Well, the border is basically your card template. And as you see, I have 2 templates in here. We'll go ahead and go with the first template, card template. Select that. And now it wants your background image. Your background image is the image that goes behind your description. In here we'll just, let's, Let's just pick that for now. And now your card art. Your card art is this part of the card where your creature's image or your spell's image or whatever will go. So we'll go in here and we'll pick this guy. And this is for your card description. We don't need that right now. That's for the other template. Sorry. Alright. So your energy cost. This is how much it costs to play that card. Alright. We're going to say he costs 2 energy. And he does 3 attack and 2 defense. Alright. Now let's go and make our other card. Again, right click, go to create card, and select. We'll name this one the River Fairy. Oh, no space here, sorry. Up here, we'll put the space. This is how it will display on the card. Again, doesn't really matter. Card type is a creature. And card description, let's say water blast. Use the same template for our border. Card art, we'll select that. Let's say energy cost. Let's say 2. And the attack, we'll say 2. And I don't know, 4 defense. How's that? Right click, go to create card. And now we will make, I don't know, let's call this dude Room. Simple enough, right? Why not? Sure. Card description. Let's go Sonic Blast. Again, we'll go with this template. Here we go. Let's use him. And let's say he costs 1 energy. His attack is 1. And his defense is 3. Alright. Let's again right click, go to create card. We'll name this one the Lockhill. Alright. I don't know, that's kind of weird. Maybe you should just do that, like, there we go. And how about that? Creature type. Card description. Swirling Bite. Go like that. Card art. Let's go with this guy. Let's say his energy cost will be 1. And let's say 4 attack and 2 defense. He's a high level tier 1 card. Alright, let's make one more. Let's right click, go to create card, and let's name this one, I don't know, how about butterfly? Fly dragon. Get a little long name here so you can see how it shows up. So card ID, I don't know, whatever you feel like. Card type, we're going to call it a creature, because that is what it is. And let's say swarming bite attack. Why not? And we'll use the same border. You can go into more borders, changing your prefab to fit your custom designs. We can cover all of that and even more topics. Just leave a comment in the descriptions below and we'll make a video and show you how to do it. But let's continue with this. Card image, let's go with this old dude here. Kind of what made me think of it. Say this one's energy cost, let's say 4. He's going to be a little top doggy. Say 7 attack and 8 defense. There. Kind of sounds good to me. And I think that should be enough creatures for right now. Let's go over here and click into our spell folder. Let's create some spell cards. Same principle, we right click, go to create, go up to create card, and create your card. We'll call this spell Circle of Focus. How's that? Circle of Focus. I forgot. Sorry. No spaces right here. Let's do that. Come up here and up here. Circle of... Okay, ID again, it really doesn't matter what you put. Whatever you want. Card type, this will be a spell. And you can put any kind of card type you wish. Card description, let's say this card will enhance your attack and defense by the value of this card. Now border, we'll use the same border, keep it uniform. Background, our card art, what should we use here? Let's use this green one. Okay, our energy cost, let's say this one costs 4 energy and it will give you 5 extra attack and it will give you 5 extra defense. Alright, now let's go create another card. Right click, go to create a card. And let's call this one Aftershock. How about that? Come over here, let's fill it in. Say ID, you just hit whatever, it's a spell. Card description, let's say it adds electric damage to your attacks based on the value on this card. Alright, and now let's go to our border. Again, let's go with this card temporary template example. Background is just kind of basic right now. Of course, you'll have your own art, set it up your own way, have your own spell pictures and all that happy stuff. Let's say this one costs 1. It gives 2 for damage and gives nothing for defense. Let's make another one. Right click, create card. Let's create our card. We'll call this, I don't know, let's say Holy Wings. No space. Okay. Let's go over here and fill it in. Say Holy Wings ID. Say our card type is a spell. Description. Let's say protective wings. Wings that grant a defense buff of the value of this card. And I got some major typos going on there. Alright, now let's go over here and set our border. That card. Let's say card art. Let's do this. Just what made me think of it. Say energy cost. Let's say it costs 2. No attack, but it gives 4 defense. And now let's make us another card. See how easy this is? Let's create a card, create card. And let's go and make, say, Nebula Blast. Okay. And let's go, say, Nebula Blast. Card ID. Card type spell. Description. Let's say a blast from the cosmos that grants you an attack buff of the value of this card. Alright, border. We'll go with the same border. Background image. Card art, we will say, let's go with this. It looks kind of nebulae. And say energy cost is, let's say 3. And it will give 5 extra attack and no defense. And let's make one more. Alright, create card, create card. Let's call this one Staffer Protection. Come over here. Another spell. And we got 3 L's rolling in there. Let's say gives a defense buff of the value of the card. And I don't know why I just hit enter, but habit. And let's pick the same border. Background image, old plain old thing. Card art, we will say this. Let's say our energy cost, let's say it costs 4 and it gives 7 defense. Alright, now that we have our cards made, this is what we need to do with them next. We need to come up here to our UI and look in our list, and right here where it says cards owned, we need to click on it. And then we need to come over here on the side in the inspector and look for this list called all cards. Now if we open it up, you will see I already had the cards in here that were made with the kit. So it already comes with these in here. You can replace these cards, or you could just leave them in for now, which right now I think we'll leave them in just for simplicity's sake. And I'm sure you're going to want to remove them when you put your own cards in. That's perfectly fine. And we're just going to come up here. I'm going to say, I think we made 10 cards, didn't we? Yeah. 5 creature, 5 yeah. So let's say we're going to extend this by 10 more. Now you'll see these slots open, and this is where we'll add the cards we just made. So let's start here with our spells. We'll go staff, power. Let's skip one. Say power. Let's go nebula, not the power. Now let's go with the holy wings right here. Circle of focus. trying to keep track of what we just made, and I think Aftershock was the last of those that we made. We'll see. Let's go to creatures. Let's come up here. We got the butterfly dragon we just did. Let's put it at element 7. River fairy we just made. Let's put that up here. Rune we just made. Put him here. Zilla. Where's that? Lockhill. Yeah, that's the last one. The Lockhill. Here. Now, we have all our cards added to this list. But that's not the only list we need to add it to. We need to add it to this list as well. And the reason for this is I have it set up so these are their own separate entities. You got the cards owned. That's all the cards you ever find. That's your deck, and your deck handles saving and loading your deck. This is your hand. Now, not much is handled in your hand as far as saving goes or loading, because you don't want to save your hand. That's going to change. But then you got your card dispenser, and this is what gives out your cards. And you want your full card dictionary in here as well. But right now, let's go to our deck. And here at the bottom, you'll see all cards. Let's click on that. And let's add our 10 more cards. We're at the monster, so we'll just go Zilla. And it really doesn't matter what order you put this in, because it's always randomly picked. So let's not even worry about order this time, just to show you. River Fairy, Lockhill, and Butterfly Dragon. Now let's go to our spells. Aftershock. Circle of Focus, Holy Wings, Nebula Bast, and Staff of Protection. Alright, now we have one more list to populate, and that's in the card dispensary. And let's go and look for our all cards list, which is under here, your card giver. And see, this handles giving your starter cards. It preset for pack 1, there's pack 2 and pack 3. All you need to do is open this up, put in the cards you want offered in this pack, and come up here where under values that need set, and say pack 3, you want to give them 3 cards, 3 random cards, and you put 3 here. Or if you wanted 2, you'd put 2 here instead of 3. Same with pack 2 and pack 1. Now, this is the amount to give out of a selection from all cards in the game. So say you want a pack that will give you a random selection of cards based off of all the cards that you made. This is where you put in how many you want them to get, and it'd randomly go through and give them that amount of cards. This is your amount of cards that you want to give on your starter deck. This only happens at the beginning of the game, when you get your first deck to start playing. Now, this is the whole reason we did not want to push play before we made our cards and started assigning them, because you will not get these cards at the beginning if you push play and they're not in the list. So we'll go over more of making your own custom packs, adding them, and all that. But right now, let's carry on with adding our new cards to the all card list. We're adding 10 more here. Let's say Staff of Protection, Nebula Blast, Holy Wings, Circle of Focus, and Aftershock. Let's go to our creatures. Add Zilla, Rune, River Fairy, Lockheed, Butterfly Dragon. We're missing someone. Did we miss a spell? Let's go back and look. Let's see, we got that's what we're missing. We're missing Aftershock. Alright. Now we got that list set. Now our starter cards. What do we want offered in our starter cards? Now we can limit this to what cards we want them to start out with, and only allow them to get a selection from a certain amount of cards. But in this case, since we don't have a whole lot of cards, I'm just going to put all the new cards that we just made in here. Say Staff of Protection. Circle of Focus. And Aftershock. Let's not forget Aftershock this time. Zilla. Say Rune. River Fairy. Lockheed. And our Butterfly Dragon. Uh-oh, watch out. He get you. Alright. Now we got our starter cards. All of our all cards are set. Now, we still do not want to push play right now. What we want to do is we want to come up here to Scene Profab. Or Prefab. I don't know why I just said Profab. Anyways, let us select Scene Prefab. And come over here and hit Apply. That way all the changes we just made in here will be applied to our prefab. So when we put this prefab in our new scene, everything will still be the same. And let's say Save Scene. And now we will push play. Yay, title scene, woohoo! Alright, now we have this here. Now, let's go over what's going on. Let's hit the Manage Cards button. If you look, right here is a list of all the cards you own. As you see, the game has already loaded you with your starting deck. Now this starting deck will never change. It will always, well, now that you started it, if we stop the game and start it again, you would have the same cards that are here now. It will automatically save the cards for you. So you don't have to worry about that hassle. Every time a card is added to your all cards container, it is automatically saved. And now let's say this is our deckhand. Let's go ahead and look at our deck a little bit here. Let's look over down here. Now if you see under values that need to be set, we have a max deck size. Now this is how many cards, the maximum amount of cards you want someone to have in their deck. By standard it is set at 25, but you could put anything you want, like let's say 30. And now you can take the cards you want. Let's put it over here. Let's make sure we get some good cards though. Got some buffs going on. Where's our damage though? We need a butterfly dragon for sure. Power enhance. Power enhance. Circle of focus, definite. Might take one of those power enhances out. Let's hit you up. Let's hit you up. We do need some low level attacks. Look at that butterfly dragon. Just put him in there. And you know when you're out of cards, because your list will no longer, or out of room, your list will no longer allow you to add cards to your deck. So I'm ready to play, guys. But we will be able to put all of our cards in it, because your starter deck right here, we only had it assigned to give 75 card or 25 cards. So our deck, we have it set to handle a max size of 30. Well, let's just change that back to 25, because our starter deck does not even allow us to do 30 cards. But we'll go ahead and max it out at 25. Alright, so now we have our deck full of all the cards we want to play with. So let us now say set deck. When we hit set deck, it is going to save our deck of cards. So let's say set deck, and it closes. Now, if you go over here to give cards, this is for an example of how you can give packs of cards. As you see, this is the card you own inventory right here. We did not set any cards in the library for pack 1 or pack 2 or pack 3, but we did add to the list for all cards, and we did add to the list for starter pack. If I remember, all cards says 4 cards, right? Yeah, out of all cards we can pick 4 cards. So let's go ahead and give us 4 more cards. And I don't think it worked. Oh, maybe I didn't set that button up. Anyways, let's go to give starter pack. And there you go. You see, it gave us another starter pack. So now we had 25. Well, no, it only gave us a couple out of the starter pack. Oh, I know why. I have it set up that way, so it will only give you 1 card at a time instead of giving you a full 25 cards every time you do it. Then your inventory would just get crazy full. But this was just to give you an example of giving cards. We can go into setting up your custom packs and how to give it to them in the game, which is basically a button layout, or even automatically. So you complete a quest and it gives you one of these packs as a reward. however you want to do it. And now let's go and look at battle mode here. If we enter into battle mode, you see another holder. But this holder is your hand holder. Now there is no battle system because I figure most people would want to implement their own type of battle system. And how to lay down the foundation and to do it in a easy way with this kit. Just tell me in the comments below what kind of battle systems you are kind of interested in implementing. Of course it'll be turn-based, but how do you want your battle to go? And I can get a general of the different battle systems y'all are interested in and kind of do a basic general video that will get you started in a foundation so you can go into any type of battle system you want. But we could build onto that more in later videos. Just leave comments below, tell me things you want to go more in depth on, and we will make that happen for you. But anyways, let's go back into here and let's say, okay, we've started our turn. Okay, so let's deal our cards. And if you look, I have, let's see, deal hand. Alright, the max card in the hands I have set as 5. Now you could change this value to whatever you want. Let's say 7 cards. Alright, let's say deal our hand. And as you see, we have our hand dealt. Ta-da! Now, one thing to note is when Unity does its math, it counts 0 as 1. So as you see, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 cards, even though we put 7 in here. Unity's counting from 0 to 7. So it's going to give us 8 cards. Now if we wanted just 7 cards, then we would put 6, which in the end we would end up with exactly 7 cards. But we could take our cards, we can pull them out, they'll go right back into our hand because we have no logic for it to do anything right now. But as I said, we will make the videos, show you how to do what you want to do with this. Just leave comments below and tell us what you need. But that right here will basically get you started in making your card game. So you don't have to worry about any of the functionality of your cards being dealt or saving the cards you own, the way to collecting it, the list, the datas, making your decks. You don't have to worry about any of that. TCG, CCG will take care of that for you. All you have to focus on is making your cards. Right click, create, create card, create card. Bam, let's make us some cards. And then as you're ready to implement your battle system or any other functionality you're wanting to get deeper into, then just let me know and we'll get those videos made and get you on to making your card. I'm hoping by the end of these series we can have a full game made using TCG CCG Basic Starter Kit as our foundation for all of it. But thank you for watching. Please leave your comments below, subscribe, and let's get to making some games.